I utterly adore these Columbia Noir sets. Now this is the first one, Columbia Noir 5, that's been all kind of set around the one actor, Humphrey Bogart. It was super exciting to get into, but the further I dig into this set, the more kind of disappointed I'm becoming. Everything just seems to be fine. There's nothing outstanding or nothing that's blown me away. And again, we've got another one that's fine. This one here, which is number 227 in the Indicator series. This is Sirocco, and this one plays heavily on Casablanca. It's in the title there, Beyond Casablanca. We have a character in Egypt or round about there somewhere. I don't know if I picked it up, but then I wasn't, fully invested within the story. He's a cynical character who is dealing with the French Foreign Legion. We've got one of the main characters played by Lee J. Cobb, who's always excellent, an actor I really like. And basically we have Bogart's character coming up by busting heads against Cobb, because they are on opposite ends of the spectrum here. We have Bogart's character who is smuggling guns for the resistance into this town. We have Cobb trying to stop the war and kind of push down the people.
Your name, please?
Smith. Harry Smith, sir.
You're very cooperative, Mr. Smith.
Well, I believe in being cooperative, Colonel.
And then there's a woman involved. Cobb's wife or girlfriend wants to leave him, doesn't like him, doesn't appreciate him. He's a little bit two-fisted with her as well, and Humphrey Bogart takes a liking to her when he spots her out and about and decides, that's someone I'm kind of interested in. And beyond that, there's not a lot going on. It moves brisk enough through certain aspects, and then it will hit what seemingly seems like a pit of tar, and it is stalled for the longest time as we wait to get to the next exciting set piece.
What have you got me up here for? To watch me sweat, to watch me crawl? How about they didn't bring Nasir up here before they shot him?
I mean, I kind of like the characters. I thought Bogart does particularly well here. He kind of is playing a different character from his character in Casablanca. He moved on a bit from there. There is some nice action set pieces. I love the kind of aspect of this man who can deal with both the resistance and with the invading army that's in this land as well. He has a kind of easygoing nature to him. He gives people pretty much what they want. He doesn't ruffle any feathers, even though he may tell them just what they want to hear. He may not stick to that. He has this easy nature about him, and it doesn't come across as really sleazy or manipulative, even though it is being that way. It just comes across as a kind of charismatic character, fun loving, that can get away with things until they push it a little bit too far.
Times like this, how can you be neutral? You have to be on one side or the other.
I'm a businessman. I'm doing business with you people. Why would I spoil it?
The problem with Sirocco is I was just never invested in the love affair at the heart of it. I was never invested in the sort of war aspects of it or the resistance against the army. I just didn't care. There were some standout sequences. There's a couple of explosions that are pretty good. One right at the end, which I was a little bit shocked by. One midway through the start of the movie, the first third, where our character introduced to Cobb's wife in this one. But other than that, I found this one a little bit of a slog to get through. Again, it doesn't really stand out above the crowd. These feel like middle of the road Bogart movies. Perfectly fine, nothing overtly wrong with them, nothing particularly terrible about them. It's just fine, which is probably the most damning thing I can say about it. I'm hoping with 2 movies left to go, we're going to find something that's going to make this set stand out, an absolute winner. And it's not to say like the Columbia Noir sets have been fantastic. There's been good movies, there's been bad movies, but there's always been varying degrees of movies within it, where these are just almost flatlining at average. I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm going to watch them all anyway, and hopefully we'll find something that makes me sit up, pay attention, and just love it. I want to 2 movies to go. Let's see if we can do this. I'd love to know your thoughts on Sirocco. I know a lot of people out there are big Bogart fans. Maybe you can point me or tell me, how do these stand in the legacy of his filmography? Are these well-renowned movies for this man, or is there a lot better films of his out there? As always, there's more content up here. You can check out more of my stuff. Hit this video with a like because it helps. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, the membership program, and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support this channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Man v Film.